In this video, we're going to be talking about the equals unique function, which in itself is a unique function. Essentially what the unique function is going to be doing is it's going to be pulling out any and all duplicates, and it's going to just give you just the unique values. So how can we use this? And here's an example of maybe how we can use it. Maybe we're getting data where every time a cow comes to a feed trough, it goes ahead and basically records their tag number and their weight. So every time that we have a cow coming up, we get a tag number and then a weight, a tag number and then a weight. And maybe we don't want, or we want to remove all of the duplicates of those tag numbers. Maybe we want to get the weight from just the first time they stepped on the scale that morning. So we need to go ahead and remove all of those duplicates. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to use that unique function. And just for example here, if we're looking through, there's a number one. Maybe the number one stepped on the scale fairly early in the morning, and then he came back and ate a little bit more. But we want to keep just this data right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use equals unique. And what we're going to do is we're just going to highlight the range that we're trying to sort out. So in this case, we're trying to sort out just the tag number. So it's going to remove all duplicates. And when it removes all duplicates, now we see in what order the animals came to the feed bunk that morning. Start off with tag number 13, then 7, then 4, then 1, then 3, then 2, then 6, then 11, and so on and so forth. And we can see over here that we had a lot more numbers, but by removing all the duplicates, we're left with just these few numbers. So next we want to look up their feed, or look up the weight and at the time that they came to feed. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to use that vertical lookup, that VLOOKUP function that we learned a while ago. So we're going to use equals VLOOKUP. Our search key is going to be that tag number. That tag number is going to be unique to that animal. Our range is going to be this whole entire set of data between the tag number and the weight. And what do we always do with our range on the VLOOKUP? That's right, we're always going to lock in that particular range. So the index, where are we pulling this information from? Well, we're going to be pulling it from column 2, so we can just say column 2. Is it sorted? No, it is not sorted. So we always say false on that. So then it's asking, do we want to autofill? I'm going to exit off of that. Click right there in that lower right hand corner. Drag it down to where we bring that in. And because we went ahead and locked in that range, we can do it that way. So we see that tag number 13 came up and they weighed 650. Tag 7 came up, they weighed 675. Tag 4 was the next one, 675, or 674 on tag 7, 675 on tag 4. And then 1 came up and they weighed 672. Then 3 was the next one with 650. Then 2 was the next one with 653. Then number 6 and then number 11. And then we see that number 1 comes back to the feed bunk. But over here, number 1 doesn't show up again because we already pulled it up over there. But number 6 or 25 comes in at a weight of 677, which we see right here. So unique is going to be pulling out any and all of those duplicates. And then we can combine it with something like a VLOOKUP to figure out, to find that weight associated with it. So that quickly we were able to sort out of all this data, when did the animals come to the bunk, in which order, and how much they weighed. Now, let's go ahead and look at equals unique again, but now we're going to be looking at it in a set of names. Let's say you've got a bunch of data and a bunch of people, and you've got a bunch of people that are registering for an event, or a bunch of people that are going to be showing up to something that are coming, or you got a bunch of names on the list, and you need to get rid of some of those duplicates. You know that some people signed up twice, you need to get rid of them. So we can say equals unique to find not only how many people signed up twice, but who they are. So we're going to go ahead and highlight this range of just of those names and press enter. And we see that whenever we take out any and all duplicates, we're left with 3 of them that had registered twice. So if we wanted to figure out who actually registered twice and manually do it, now we can kind of go through and manually check this. So we see that these 2 names match, these 2 names match, these 2 names match. These two match, these two match, these two. We're good so far. All of these are matching across, so we haven't had to remove a duplicate yet. Then all of a sudden we get to John Hancock, and it matches up with Tyler Reagan. Well, why are we misaligned all of a sudden? Well, it's because we had Tyler Reagan up here and Tyler Reagan down there. So it removed this duplicate, and it basically took the rest of it and shifted it up one to where now John Hancock matches here. Curious George here, John Keynes here, Ronald Reagan, Adam Sandler, and then it matches back up with Heath Honecker. Why is that? Or why did it pull out Heath Honecker? Because we have him up there. So it went ahead and removed that duplicate. So Adam Sandler, Bronson Johnson, and it matched up with Jane Doe. Well, why does Jane Doe, why did it get taken out? Because we see a Jane Doe back up here. So what it's doing is it's removing those duplicates and giving us basically an unduplicated list, which we see right here. And then we could go through and manually check those and see kind of how they all line up. But essentially, that's what you're going to use a duplicate or a unique for, and that's to remove those duplicates.